Have you ever wanted to make a shaker card but did not have a stay to shake a bit? Don't worry, I've got you covered. In today's video, I'll share clever tips and tricks to create a gorgeous focal point shaker card using supplies you may already have. So if you love card making tips and creative techniques, be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Before we jump in, I'm so excited to announce that this video is part of the Altenew Educator Video Hop. Be sure to hop along after watching this video for even more inspiration on this month's theme, focal point. There's also a fun giveaway Altenew is generously offering, so don't forget to leave a comment on each stop of the hop for your chance to win. You'll find the complete hop list and giveaway details in the description box below. Hi friends, Mehnaz here. Welcome to my creative corner. Let's get started and create this fun shaker card. For our focal point, we'll be using the Lush Botanicals African Daisy Embossing Kit set. Off camera, I've already die cut one set of the flower from Vellum. I wanted my flower to have a soft, translucent look, but I also wanted to add a little sparkle. So I'll be creating some bling elements by hand. You may notice that I already have some of the flowers completed. I originally made it for another project, but I loved how it turned out, so I decided to incorporate it in today's card. So let me show you how I create it. To begin, let's add some dimension to the vellum petals. Yes, we're actually going to emboss the vellum using the 3D embossing folder. If you've never tried this before, don't be afraid. I'm sure you're going to love it. I really love the soft texture it creates and I think the results are absolutely stunning. Next, we'll need a second set of flowers cut from glitter cardstock. Altenew has some amazing glitter cardstock options that would work perfectly here for this technique. But here's the thing, I don't have any glitter cardstock in my stash. But I do have some glitters though, so let's make our own. I started by covering a piece of cardstock with double-sided adhesive tape. Then I sprinkled the glitter over the exposed adhesive by peeling away one or two strips of the tape at a time until the entire sheet was covered. Now to make the glitter really stick into the tape, I placed a piece of printer paper over the glitter paper and ran it through my die cutting machine without any dies, just as if you were making a normal die cutting sandwich, but without the die. This really presses the glitter firmly into the adhesive so it won't rub off. And just like that, we have our own homemade glitter cardstock. It's time to die cut our glitter layer. This time though, we'll skip the embossing step since the glitter already adds plenty of texture and shines. Alright, let's put our flower together. For this one, I'm not using the Altenew's keyhole system because I wanted to combine two sets of the die-cut flowers to create a fuller bloom. I started by gluing two glitter layers together as the base. This keeps the sparkle mostly behind the flowers, allowing the vellum petals to shine through. As I added the remaining layers, I simply rotated them until I found a balanced arrangement where both the glitter and vellum could be seen beautifully. You might have noticed the little piece of tape on my sticky mat. This clever trick, which I learned from Jessie Gasper, protects the mat from getting glue while still keeping the pieces in place. For the flower center, I used the same glitter cardstock and added a little dimension with a trick I learned from Tasneem Ahmed, the co-founder of Altenew. I placed a piece of foam tape behind the center, gently curling the center around the foam tape to create a button-like center, and secured it with glue onto the flower. It creates such a pretty dimensional detail. And look how stunning this flower turned out. I love the mix of sparkle and softness. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to another element of our card, the shaker bits. The funny thing here is I did not have any shaker elements to add inside my shaker window. But then I remembered I had this beautiful Alhambra cover die set. This die is so intricate, and I thought, why not use all those tiny little pieces as my shaker bits? Pretty clever, right? So let's die cut this using some brushed cold cardstock. Now, because this die is so detailed, many of the little pieces stay stuck inside the cardstock after die cutting it back and forth. And removing them one by one can take quite a bit of time and patience. So, there's another trick for you. Place the die cut panel back into the die. You will feel it lock back into place. Secure it with some tape so it does not move. And now we are going to dry emboss it. Yes, you heard that right. Using your die cutting machine's embossing sandwich instructions, we are going to use the die itself to help release all those tiny pieces. For my machine, I'm using the Spellbinders Platinum 6 with the older plates. So the sandwich here is the base plate, the die and the cardstock with the cutting edge facing up, followed by the tan mat and the embossing plate. And now let's run it through the die cutting machine and look at this. Even before removing the paper, you can already see pieces popping out onto the mat. And for the few pieces that are left, simply use your poking tool and they will come out quickly and cleanly. And don't forget to clean your die as well. Personally, I find removing these tiny pieces from the die much easier than trying to remove them from the cardstock itself. What do you think? Let me know if you have tried this trick before. Now let's collect all these little pieces and we have our own homemade shaker bits ready to go. Time to get inky. I'm using the Sugar Plum Fresh Dye ink bundle to create a soft, velvety background. Starting with the lightest shade, I blend the colors onto my A2 panel and gradually build up the darker shades around the edges. I'm keeping the center area lighter to create an eye-catching glow in the middle. This contrast will naturally draw the eye towards the center, which is where our focal image will be placed. Then, using the nesting serene archway die set, I'm going to die cut the third largest die from the center of the panel. This will become our shaker window. For the inside of our shaker window, I'm using another A2 panel and I lightly ink blended the area behind the opening to add some soft color and depth. Then I glued the archway die cut in place. To add more interest and a touch of sparkle to the background, I'm adding some splatters using a rose gold metallic paint from my stash. Now it's time for our last but not least trick, creating the shaker window. I don't have a state, but I do have some clear packaging that I've been saving and don't use. This is a great alternative of acetate. I had a double-sided tape behind the shaker window. And now instead of removing all the backing at once, I slowly peel off a small section, place the clear plastic down, and continue removing the backing little by little while pressing the plastic into place. This gives me much better control and helps prevent wrinkles and misalignment. And once everything is attached, simply trim off the excess and our shaker window is ready. Next, I'm adding foam tape around the archway opening so we can add our shaker bits into the well created by the foam tape. Once everything is inside, place the Velvety ink blended panel on top and press it down to seal the shaker window. Again, I'm using the same trick, removing the backing of the tape little by little as I work around the panel. And here we go, we have our shaker element completed. Now let's finish the card. I'm going to glue one of our dimensional flower right in the center of the shaker window. This will become our main focal point of our card. For the sentiment, I'm using one from the Wholehearted Sentiments Mother's Day edition. After adding the sentiment, we can now mount our finished panel onto a card base. And there we have it, an eye-catching focal point shaker card. Every design element, from the glowing background to the archway frame and the shaker window, works together to draw attention to the beautiful African daisy at the center. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and found some useful tips and tricks to create your own shaker cards. Thanks so much for watching and being part of my very first Altenew Educator Video Hop. I truly appreciate your support. Don't forget to hop along to the next educator in the lineup for more amazing inspiration and to leave comments along the way for your chance to win some amazing prizes from Altenew. You'll find the links and the giveaway details in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more paper crafting inspirations. Until next time, from my desk to yours, happy crafting!